Hi everyone, my name is Dorik Bukag and today I will be talking about the policing model of the Gambia in West Africa's and smallest mainland nation. It's defined by the Gambia River, creating fertile land-rich ecosystem and a unique shape, surrounded by Senegal opening to the Atlantic Ocean. Known as the Smiling Coast, it boasts beautiful beaches, diverse wildlife, especially birds, and vibrant cultures, with English as the official language. Through many locals, tongues like Mandinka and Wolof are common. Its economy relies on tourism, agriculture, groundnuts, and fishing, with a post-dictatorship government focus in reform through challenges like poverty and underdeveloped infrastructure persist. In this video, we will explore how the Gambia organized its police force, its strategies, trends, and weaknesses, real-life programs and cases, a comparison with the Philippines, a personal insight on whether its policing model could work in the Philippines. Here's the overview of the Gambia. Gambia's policing model is currently centered on the transformative shift from a traditional, reactive, and often politically influenced approach to community-oriented policing or COP model. This reform is part of a border post authoritarian security sector reform or SSR process aimed at establishing an accountable, professional, and rights-respecting police force. Background of the Gambia. Historically, the Gambia Police Force, or GPF, operated on traditional top-down and often suppressive policing approach which resulted in a significant loss of public trusting during previous authoritarian regime. Following political transition to a democratic government, an extensive security sector reform was initiated to address this legacy and align the GPF with democratic principles and human rights standards. The adoption and rollout of the community policing strategy is direct outcome of this reform agenda. The structure of the Gambia. The GPF is a national institution headed by an Inspector General Police under the Ministry of the Interior. The current structure is being adapted to facilitate decentralized decision-making and community partnership through a layered approach. National level provides overreaching police and strategic support, regional, district, and ward levels. These local levels are the primary focus, implementing community policing with structure established to enable active involvement of citizen and local government units in identifying and solving security issues. Specialized units. The force includes dedicated units for specific issues such as gender and child welfare unit to support victims of sexual and gender-based violence or SGBV. The Gambia Police Force or GPF is led by Inspector General of Police or IGP and organized into several K divisions. The CID investigates major crimes and traffic units forces road safety laws and community policing units work directly with neighborhoods to maintain peace. There are also specialized units that deal with cybercrime, narcotics, and VIP protection. The command structures follows a clear hierarchy or IGP, Deputy IGP, Regional Police Commanders, Divisional Officers, Station Officers. The GPF operates across the entire country with police stations located in all 5 regions as well as major urban centers. Core strategies. The core of the Gambia policing model is the community policing or CP philosophy emphasizing proactive problem solving and service-oriented policing. Police community partnership. The model focus on building strong working relationship with residents, business, school, and other community groups to jointly identify and prioritize concern. Visibility and accessibility. Strategies include increased police visibility through regular patrols, foot and vehicle to determine crime and improve public interaction. Problem solving utilizing approaches like the SARA, scanning analysis, response assessment model. The police and community collaborate on local level problem solving, professionalization, and human rights. Ongoing training, human rights, forensics, and investigations techniques supported by international partners aids to professionalize the force and ensure compliance with the rule of law. The GPF uses several core strategies to maintain safety. Community policing strengthens trust by having officer work with local leaders and support neighborhood watch groups. Intelligence-led policing relies on crime data to prevent incident and focus resources on high-risk areas. Through crime prevention programs, the police runs road safety campaigns, anti-drug education, and youth outreach to reduce crime before it happens. Finally, reactive policing involves responding to and investigating crimes after they occur. Next, strengths improve public trust. The shift to people-centered service and human rights training helps rebuild trust and positive image of the police after years of an authoritarian model. Proactive crime prevention, community engagement enhance pro-problem solving abilities and facilitates the development of effective locally appropriate solutions for preventing crime. Enhance accountability. The reform process emphasizes transparency and accountability with a push for civilians' oversight and clearly defines policies for police operation. The Gambia's policing model has several strengths. It places strong emphasis on community engagement, helping build trust between citizens and officers. Its clear hierarchical structure support effective command and accountability. The use of intelligent lead policing makes operations more efficient by focusing on real crime patterns. Additionally, specialized units enable the police to tackle specific crimes like cybercrime, narcotics, and VIP protections more effectively. The last weaknesses, inadequate resources, poor working conditions, inadequate police station, especially in rural areas, and lack of modern security tools hinder effective police work. Across the country, capacity gaps, challenges exist, funding, training, exposure, and ensuring consistently political police force, policy enforcement issues, the absence of well-defined and enforced standard operating procedures in some areas has to lead vulnerabilities to malpractice and corruption. The Gambia's policing model also faced some weaknesses. The police often operate with limited resources and equipment, which affects their effectiveness. Many rural areas lack enough officers, making law enforcement uneven across the country. There are also training gaps, especially in modern areas like cybercrime. In addition, corruption and political influence have at times reduced the overall efficiency and public trust in public force. Real-life program case example. Program Community Policing Initiative. Implemented in urban and rural areas. Police officer meets with village elders and local leaders weekly. Focus on crime prevention, dispute resolution, and youth mentorship. Here is an example. In one rural village, police collaborated with local elders to reduce petty theft by organizing neighborhood watch group. This shows how community involvement helps prevent crime, not just react to it. Comparison with Philippine policing model. Aspect Gambia policing model, Philippine policing model or PNP. Structure, hierarchical, small force regional station, national police, large organization, multiple specialized units, community involvement strong, relies on elders and neighborhood programs, formalized community relations units, barangay police, licensed crime, strategy, community, and intelligence lead, preventive focus mix of reactive, preventive, and enforcement, heavy approaches, straight, close community ties, intelligent, use specializations, large skills, enforcement, wide coverage, formal protocols and weaknesses, limited resource, rural coverage gaps, corruptions, bureaucracy, uneven community trust, focus areas, youth, engagement, dispute resolution, crime, preventions, organized crime, drugs, traffic, terrorism, public safety. Gambia relies more on community trust and local leaders, while the Philippines relies more on formal enforcement and legal procedures. Through both use community policing to some extent. My personal insight or evaluations of Gambia, despite being once Africa's smallest nation, leaves an impression of quite deep. Its size implies the visibility community networks. Everyone seems to know someone who knows everyone. Life feels unhurried, shaped by the rhythm of the river that runs to the country and the calm of its coastal towns. One of the most striking aspects is the sense of peaceful existence. Gambians often emphasize harmony, hospitality, and mutual support. There's a cultural ease that makes conversations flow naturally, whether it's bustling Serekunda markets or small riverside villages. Economically, the Gambia faced challenges, but many Gambians counter that with ingenuity and adaptability, making creative use of what available. There's also a spiritual serenity. Islam influences daily life in ways that feel woven rather than imposed. Overall evaluations, Gambia policing models is effective in building trust and preventing crime. The Philippines could adapt its community-based strategy while keeping formal enforcement for serious crimes. And that's all, the policing model of Gambia. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you understand how policing works in the Gambia and how it compares to the Philippines. By studying different policing models, we can learn what works best for building trust, preventing crime, and keep communities safe.